Hello and welcome to another episode of my ArundelBiz podcast, powered by Anne Arundel Economic Development Corporation. Say that 5 times fast. My name is Grayson Orfe.
And I'm Steve Adams, Marketing and Outreach Manager at AAEDC, and pleased to be coming to you during Hispanic Heritage Month. That's thing one that we're proud of. Second thing is we're proud to be coming to you live from Crofton-based MuralizeIt. We're a home staging and interior design company, and pleased to be introducing you to Andrea and Sonia, the co-owners of this great business. I'll let you say your own last names because I know I'll mispronounce them.
Hi, my name is Andrea Moragues.
Yeah.
My name is Sonia Alignani.
Great. So welcome to the podcast. It's great to be here. And I guess just to kick things off, if you guys could tell us a little bit about both of your backgrounds and how you met, how you decided to start the business, and finally how you got the somewhat unique name of the business as well.
Yeah. Well, we are originally from Argentina, so you can tell that our accent is not from Annapolis.
Right.
But we've been living in the state for almost 20 years now, and we met 15 years ago, Sonia herself, through our kids. They were at the same school, elementary school at that point. Now they are adults. But they were at the school at that point. And one day my daughter came and said, "Oh, there's a boy there at the school that her mom is from Argentina." I say, "Oh no, this is..."
Which is probably small
And they
world.
said to my son, whatever, probably.
Right.
Yes, it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Not from Argentina, because
so a friend of both of them, the mom invited us to a party. So we met there 15 years ago. Since then we became friends and almost family here, and our kids are like cousins, and we're up to it. So after a few years of being friends, we decided to open another business, start painting murals. We both had a background in art. When we were young, we studied some art in Argentina and traveled around the world. So we always wanted to do something artistic. And we started painting murals, and we did that for a few years. We loved doing that. And we traveled all around the States because we were working for a company, for a restaurant, that Boca di Pepo, that each time they open a restaurant, they call us in different states, in different cities, and we travel to paint the murals.
we did that 10 years. No, it's a few. 10
That's
years.
gotta be so much fun.
It was
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we also painted residential murals. So we worked on that for a lot of years, and then after 10 years, we decided that we were getting a little older to be on a ladder.
Having kids and all that travel.
Exactly, traveling and on a ladder, painting indoors, outdoors. It's a
all
very
types of weather.
Exactly. So we decided to do something different. We thought a lot about that, and we knew that we are artistic and we like to do something related with that. So we thought interior design, and then we decided to start with home staging. And we were super lucky.
Which I would think has really grown over the last couple of decades with all the HGTV and the stress on how important that is for selling
the house, and especially with the millennials now, that they don't want to do some work in the house. They want to see a moving ready home.
So for the people that don't know, what is home staging?
Home staging is to prepare the house for the prospective buyer. So a house that could be vacant, empty, or a house that could be occupied, that people are living. So we work in the house to make it look beautiful, appealing to everyone. So it's not the same feeling when you enter to an empty house or a house with a lot of things and crowd and everything. And so a house that is decorated and beautiful, and you feel like this is my house. I want to be here. I want to live here. So that's our job, to make those houses beautiful and appealing to the prospective buyers, and increase the value of the house, of course, because it's not the same the price that they are going to pay to a house that is vacant, that the house that is staged with all the decoration and everything.
So in doing that, because it's always important, I guess, as anybody with an artistic background, you're more so not putting your own style, but you're putting a style that people can see in there. Is that difficult for you guys at all?
Well, no, because it's our job, so we are used to that. And we studied a lot about that, and we know that we have to pay attention to the neighborhood, the style of the house, the prospect buyers. It's not the same house that you start for a millennial buyer than for a 55 plus neighborhood. We have a lot of furniture, and sometimes we use the same kind of furniture, sometimes different, but touches and styles that make the house appealing to that buyer. And another thing is we don't decorate for the owner of the house, for the owner's taste. We decorate for the buyer taste, and trying to attract to the most possible people around. So because of that, the stagers use more neutral colors and not and something that is. It can be appealed to more people. To a lot of people.
You don't want to come into a house and have just all pink furniture.
Right. And maybe the target is a professional man.
Sure.
And you use pink and more girly style, and you say that is good.
So you have to be neutral enough to be appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, so everybody can see themselves in that
in the house.
And the occupied home is the same. We try to take it out all the family pictures and all the personal things, and try to do the more neutral as possible.
Right, that makes sense. So I'm curious, just obviously looking around, being in a big warehouse setting like this, so how do you guys go about getting all your staging stuff, so to speak? Just, I mean,
well, when we receive a calling from a realtor, we visit the house, we do a walkthrough to the house and to see the style, where it's located, and what the dimensions of the house, how many rooms we are going to stage.
Because I was going to say, it's probably not usually an entire house, right?
No. Sometimes, yes, it's the entire house. Sometimes, usually the most important rooms are the dining room, the living room, kitchen, bathrooms, and the owner's suite.
Okay.
And then we can start adding more bedrooms or family rooms, sunroom, the backyard, the deck, or the porch, all of that. So it could be the whole house, or it could be just certain rooms. And then with that, Sonia, that is more in charge of the designing of the project, she started deciding what kind of furniture we need for each room, and so she works basically on that. And with all that, we had an area in our warehouse, that is where we are now, that she set up everything on the side. We have 3 more helpers working with us. So we work with them, and we set up everything on the side, and the day of the staging, they load the truck.
Cool. Very cool.
It's a process.
I'm driving the truck.
And she drives.
I'm the driver. I'm the driver.
You are the
because we have a 17-feet box truck. It's a big truck. She's amazing driving that truck. She can fit that truck everywhere.
Listen,
the challenge is the galleys and DC.
Washington.
I was going to say, I know you guys serve DC a lot, so I would imagine that's all the one-way streets and tight turns.
Exactly.
She's like, no problem.
No problem with that.
That's impressive.
Easy peasy.
Wow, that's awesome. So do you guys actually go when the home is being shown, or are you not there then?
No. Our job usually ends the day of the staging before the photographer arrives to the house. They usually arrive the same day when we finish the staging. After a few hours, the photographer arrives. So we left everything ready for the photographer.
Right.
So the photographer arrives, and a few days after is the open house or the show. Okay. We are not there. We come back when the house is going to be
actually. I guess when you're taking all the stuff
and we de-stage the house.
Okay. And then I'm back
to the warehouse.
Yep. Yes. Well, speaking of the warehouse and how big it is, I know you're pretty new to this space because you were in Annapolis, right? And you moved here.
December.
Okay, so
December,
only like
December, yes.
Less than a year ago.
4,000 square feet.
Wow. And how big was the former space?
Well, no, we didn't have a warehouse before.
Oh, okay.
We started our business 4 years ago, and as most of the business, we started in our garage.
Yep.
So we put out the few items we had at the beginning in my garage, Sonia's garage, the basement, everything here and there.
Room, bedroom, and we start to pile.
So at some point, we started renting storage units.
Okay.
So we put everything in storage units, but last year we realized that we had 9 storage units altogether, and it was really hard to see where
different stuff all over the place.
We try to be as much as organized as possible, but anyways, it's not the same. The storage units are not super high ceiling, and putting all the shelving is not easy. So at some point we realized that we need something to put everything
no
together.
Air conditioning, no heater in the winter. It's outside, you work outside, and it's a raining day, it's snowing day.
And it costs you more time and money if you have to go from one storage unit to another to do one stage.
So, yes, at the mid last year, we decided that we need to find a place. Fortunately, we found this beautiful warehouse located in Crofton. Yes. The difference is we have air conditioning here, heating, space to prepare the stations and to work inside, to invite people, to invite the realtors. So yes, it was our dream for several years to have a warehouse. It looked like the impossible dream that we were never going to be there, and finally we are here.
Now you're here.
Well, and speaking of being here, the little background info for everyone out there, we're going to be having our first ever Inclusive Ventures program reception here the end of October, where what will then be, I think, hopefully 43 graduates will all be convening for the first time. So related to that, if you guys could tell us, just with the obvious success and growth you've had, how you were proud graduates of the Inclusive Ventures program and how you found out about it, what you gained from it, how it helped you grow the business to this point.
Well, it was amazing. We have to say that this warehouse is the result in part of the program.
That's awesome
everything
to hear.
we learned in the program. That's true, because that was our dream, and the program basically gave us the tools to grow, to feel confident on ourselves, and to think that, well, all those dreams can be true if you plan, if you work for that, and everything that we learned there during the program. We were part of the first cohort of the program, so it was beginning of 2021. And yes, so that we were in that process, and we learned a lot in that process. It was a very great experience. And now we are going to host the event. We're really excited about that.
It's awesome.
So it's like a full circle.
It's a full circle.
It's like right back here now, and that's awesome. That's awesome. And I know you guys must, every time you open up, you pinch yourself, and it's like, oh, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, that happened every day. We come here and open the place and say, oh, we still cannot believe that we have this place for us. Yeah, that's great.
That is great. That is great. So, how has your business grown, as far as, like, you know, you guys started with the warehouse. I'm sorry, with the storage units, and now you have the warehouse. In between that time, what's some valuable advice that people can kind of pull and say, you know, I want to do that, or I have dreams of that? What's one piece of advice that you can give?
the advice is our experience. In our experience, one important thing we always talk with it is growing step by step. So we didn't have the money to make a huge investment at the beginning, so we were buying inventory when we have a new station, new contact. So every station we were buying more inventory and more inventory. There are other companies maybe that they buy everything from the beginning. It was not our case, and I think it worked perfectly for us on planning. Planning what we wanted to be the next step and trying to go and achieve that and work for that. The next step could be reaching more realtors, more clients. We started in Annapolis because we thought that we were not going to be able to travel to stage houses outside Annapolis, and now we are covering all the DMV area, Northern Virginia, Washington DC, Potomac, Bethesda. So we are traveling around 1 hour from Annapolis.
I was going to say, do you have a somewhat set coverage area, or if it's is there some level of, well, if they'll pay us this much to stage a home in West Virginia, maybe we'll go to West Virginia.
Well, it has to be worth it.
It has to make sense.
But basically, our standard is traveling 1 hour from Annapolis.
Okay.
Well,
we're in a great. I put this out on our social media channels all the time. We're obviously in a great region for being, Baltimore, DC.
Absolutely.
We're super accessible.
Eastern Shore, yes.
Yep.
We can. Driving from 1 hour from here, we can cover big area and different.
Right.
It's not the same. The houses in Eastern Shore, the condo in Washington D.C., Northern Virginia, a house in Potomac. So we work with really different kind of houses.
But also a very healthy home market in terms of lots of, I would imagine, homes where staging is top of mind for the people that are selling them, which is great, whether it's waterfront Chesapeake Bay or downtown D.C.
Absolutely, yes.
That's awesome. Well, along with that advice, and being obviously very proud IVP Cohort 1 grads, given that this is coming out during Hispanic Heritage Month, if you guys could just speak a little bit to your pride in being a Hispanic-owned business and being Hispanic business owners in the county.
Well, it's great. Basically, our clients are realtors, some Hispanic ones, but basically most of them are American.
Most not, yeah.
So we have to work on that environment and feel part of that environment. Basically, sometimes the limitations is the language, of course, but we try to work on that and feel comfortable in that. And when we work with the Hispanic or Latino owners, it's very important to educate them about the importance of their first home, or how to add value to their homes, and we try to help them to understand how through staging they can add more value to their homes. And the same with the realtor. So we work a lot with the Hispanic community on that base. We are part of the Hispanic Realtor Associations, as well as the Anne Arundel Association of Realtors. We are members of that too. So we try to work with them.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we've come to a very, very, very key portion that we. This part of, we've heard everything that you guys have to say, and it was awesome. It was wonderful.
It was pretty serious stuff.
It was really good.
Semi-serious.
But we have a top 5, and since we're running out of time, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut yours.
Yep.
I have to go with mine only.
No problem.
Okay, so what are your top 5 places to eat, shop, and just have fun in Anne Arundel County?
Oh, wow. We love good food, so we can talk a lot about that. Let's say downtown Annapolis have amazing restaurants. Outside Grapes, Soul, we love outside Annapolis. Yesterday I was having lunch with my husband to the Chop Tank that just opened.
Brand
Super
new.
recommended, lovely. We have
spot.
a great lunch there. I don't know if Sailor that we hope that they will open soon again. That we love that place. It was one of our first picks. Two things. There are a lot of art around Annapolis also. You get festival, the festivals they do in Annapolis, selling art and a lot of things to do related with art. We love to visit those places. We love to visit local business and support the local business.
Absolutely.
And there are amazing places selling decorations, wall art, paintings, and furniture. So that's something that we love to do and support every time we can do that around.
That's awesome.
Actually, we work as a partnership with PAM.
Yeah, with the local artists. Sometimes when we can, we partner with local artists. So we put their wall art or the decorations in our stations. Yes, and that's something very,
I think a lot of restaurants have really started
They do
doing
that also.
Yes. That's awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I got to hang out with y'all.
Yeah, we can go. Have fun.
Definitely. Definitely. Cool. Well, do I have time for my top 5? Should I throw a short one out there?
Hit the top 2. The top 2 quick.
Give me your top 2. Okay. We'll skip. You gave some business advice already, so we'll skip that one. If you could really quickly just each give me your top 2 pieces of furniture that you like to use in staging.
I personally love console tables that come in different shapes and forms and colors. It's a great accent to put here and there, and we love to. We have a lot of different ones that we like to add. Yeah.
It's a good one.
And I think Sonia loves chairs. No, she's always in love with accent chairs and dining chairs.
Okay.
I think it's the secret of a good living room environment, you know?
You see a lot of those on Antiques Roadshow.
Yes.
I grew up watching a lot of Antiques Roadshow, and chairs were always...
You put an accent chair in a corner.
It's like a piece of art, basically, on its own.
It makes the room cool.
With a pillow, And it's nice because now that mid-century style is in trend now, so they have beautiful accents and chairs and consoles. Very simple style. That is what basically we use, but you can decorate corners and places with that.
And you add a texture. With a decorative pillows or blanket and a plant. And you, voila, you have a good corner.
Sold.
That
house sold.
The focal point.
Yep. That's awesome. Perfect. Awesome. Well, I guess to finish things up, if you guys could just remind everyone out there where to follow you on social media and also your website, because I know you have a lot of very beautiful photos of your work out there.
We have our website. It's MuralizeItInteriors.com, and we try to update every week or frequently pictures there, and we have an Instagram account also, and we post pictures and news on a daily basis there in our
great
account.
And speaking of, as everyone knows, just to please follow us on all of our social accounts. You can watch this podcast, past podcasts, and future podcasts, all on video on both Facebook and YouTube, and then listen to them wherever you get your pod. And also be sure to follow us on, again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.